In this video, we are going to talk about ATC-CD2, which provides a great opportunity to save taxes. I'm going to show how in some scenario you can save more than 2 lakhs in taxes and up to 7.5 lakhs in income tax deduction for salaried person. The new tax regime do provide lower tax slabs, but all the major deductions has been removed from the new tax regime. And even in the old regime, you only have you generally would do ATC, which would decrease, which would provide a deduction of 1.5 lakhs, and that would come around 45,000 if you're in 30% tax slab bracket, which isn't much. ATCCD2 can provide good amount of deduction for both old and new regime, with 40% of your base in new regime and up to 10% of your base you can put in HDCCD2 for the old regime. This is only major deduction that is available for new regime. Old regime still have that HRA, ATC, and other deductions that are available. But for new regime, I think this is one of the major that is still there, and has been increased from 10% to now 14% for private employees. So let's look into a few examples where it is how ATC-CD2 can help you save taxes. For first example, let's suppose someone is earning around 20 lakhs and their basic plus DA is around 50%. So with ATC-CD2, you will pay around 2 lakhs 34,000 as taxes. Without ATC-CD2, you will be paying 2 lakhs 78,000 as taxes. So here you are saving around 50 lakhs and around 50 lakh, and this is 1 lakh 40,000 it's getting ATCCD2. Let's look at another optimistic scenario. So generally what happens is if you go above a certain threshold of your taxable income, you have to pay surcharge on that tax. So suppose for if your taxable income goes above 50 lakhs, you have to pay 10% on the total tax you are paying, and cess is 4% for all the taxes. So let's look at this scenario where here you'll save a lot. So suppose someone is earning 52.5 lakhs, and suppose basic plus DA come out to be 15 lakhs. Sometimes companies give the stock and all those. So for now we suppose 15 lakhs is coming as basic plus DA, and standard deduction is same. So we are calculating for new regime only. You can do the same for old regime. Your percentage for CCD2 deduction will come at 10%. Here it is coming as 14% because it's for new regime. So to 2 lakh 10,000 will go in 80 CCD2, and net income now it's dropped below 50 lakhs, and now the tax savings becomes a lot because you're not paying that surcharge. So 1,22,000 here you are just saving at once, and now here the tax you saved is around 2 lakhs, and that 2,10,000 goes into ATCCD2, which is invested, which is compounding. Rather than giving tax to government, you are kind of investing, and that income is like keeps on compounding. So over ATCCD2 is something that your employer provides, so you can check with your HR to know more how can you opt in or do they provide or not. Once you opt in and you select your percentage, so maximum 10% for old regime and 14% of your basic in a new regime, the employer will directly transfer that money similar to EPF directly to your NPS account, and the max you can save tax, you can get a tax deduction per year is 7.5 lakhs. So including your EPF and your NPS, the total, if it's below 7.5 lakhs, is totally tax deductible. But if it's goes above that, you can invest more, but you have to pay the tax on your tax bracket. If it goes above 7.5 lakhs. So if you do 8 lakhs, that 50,000 will be added into your taxable income. So what happened to the money that you invest through ATCCD through NPS? So similar to what happened to EPF is it get invested, you earn money, but that is totally debt based. So you'll just earn the interest on whatever money is invested. Here you'll have a choice, different choice, like where do you. So it is kind of like you invested in a mutual fund. You have the choice like what kind of investment you want. So you want very aggressive, 75% in equity, others in debt, or are very conservative, so less in equity, more in debt. So you have the choice to choose all these, what kind of investment do you want, whatever style suits you. So they have two options. Path A is just you choose whatever percentage you want in equity, debt, government security, corporate bonds. So all these comes under debt. So you can choose that active choice path, and you can change 3 times in a year for this. You have auto choice path also, with like in that with age you start with 75% equity, and with age it changes, it invests more in debt and decreases the equity part, so your risk taking factors keep on decreasing with it, and it chooses based on that. So here you can see the different returns in different classes that we have. So in equity, here are the top three performers. So Tata with around 18%. So they are giving around 16-17% return. In equity, corporate bond around 8%, government bond around 7.8%. So if you do around 75% of equity and 25% debt, you can expect around 50%, 15% of return in long term. So let's look at what you'll get at maturity. So at the age of 60, if it looks too complicated, you can just stop and just follow the graph according to your scenario. But I'll cover it. So if the corpus is the total money that you got at the age of 60, whatever after investment, taking that equity growth, dividend, and all those things. If the whole corpus is less than 8 lakhs, you can just withdraw at age of 60. And if it's around but more than 8 lakhs, less than 12 lakh, you can take up to 6 lakhs as tax free, and other will go into either systematic unit reduction. So you can set like, I want to get this much amount from what is it, from the investment each year or something like that. Or you can get annuity, so you will get some fixed money every year. If the corpus is less greater than 12 lakhs, for government employee it's simple. You will take 60%, that is tax free, and 40% you invest into annuity, which is also tax free, but once you start getting that annuity money, that will get added into your taxable income. For non government employee, you can take up to 80% lump sum, out of which 60% would be tax free, and that 20% you have to pay tax. 20% of annuity you have to do, that is minimum that is required, so that will go into annuity. You can keep on getting money, interest on that. So what if you want to exit before the age of 60? So there is one scenario where you can just convert that corporate account, that corporate NPS account, into your personal account. And if you have invested for more than 15 years but have not reached the age of 60, if you convert that corporate account into personal account, you can withdraw the same as I showed in previous section, like 80%, 60% tax free. Everything is same. Other than that, if you want to withdraw, uh, so first part, partial withdrawal while invested, is not for ATCCD2, because the amount that you withdraw, here it's for personal contribution, but in ATCCD2 the contribution is called employer contribution, so you can't withdraw in between. So it's for you only this second option would be there, and that is if you're closed before age of 60. If it's less than 5 lakhs, you can take all the money. If it's more than 5 lakhs, you can take 20%, and the 80% will go into annuity, and you'll get interest on that. So you're saving tax at all front with triple E pillar we have already discussed, and that money is invested, and it's giving compounded return, which money could have went in taxes and it would not have given anything to you. It is invested, and it is giving a compounded return and creating a wealth for you. So suppose you are investing in mutual fund, like after giving the taxes, why not invest in this? You are saving taxes. If you fall under 30% bracket, you are getting 34-35% return right away, because you're not paying the tax on it. While it's growing, that interest you're getting, you're not paying tax on that. While you're withdrawing, you're not paying tax on that. The only drawback here is you won't be able to withdraw your money for a long time. So I think people who should invest in this. So if you have income which you can invest for very long term, and you don't need it, you can change the percentage you're investing and down. So if you have some income which you don't need it right now and you can invest for long term, you should do this. And if you want to save from surcharge, so how I show from 50 lakhs, how you can decrease your surcharge slab. So I think that is a very interesting area where you can save almost all of the money and it will directly go into your NPS account. And if you're in high tax bracket, if you're in high tax bracket, you should do it. You're saving a lot of money here, and it's getting invested into, it's saving a lot of taxes, and it's compounding and creating wealth for you. So you can so it's not directly available. So you, if you want, you can contact your HR department and see like if they should if they have not yet added this, they should add it. And you can, and if you have already invested, you, if you want to change your how the percentage, like how much you want to invest in debt or and all those things, you can go and configure via NPS portal. And if you you can calculate for, I've covered just for new regime. If you can calculate for old regime too, just change the percentage from 14% to 10%, and just reduce from your taxable income, you'll get the same. Just keep sure that PF and NPS combined should not cross 7.5 lakhs, because you'll get total deduction is 7.5 lakhs and not more than that. So if you came till here, please do like the video and subscribe for more insights on how to save tax, how to invest into value stocks, and please share this with your friends and colleagues who are looking to optimize their taxes. Thank you.